Hey guys, Justin here from Urban Legends Airsoft, and today we're going to be doing a video on where your airsoft gun gets its accuracy from. This is going to be a video on an airsoft gun's hop-up unit. Hope you enjoy the video.
My life be like, yeah. My life be like, yeah.
Alright guys, so to start off the video, this is mainly going to be a video for starters. So if you're an expert, you know it, everything that's in an airsoft hop-up unit is probably isn't the video for you. But without further ado, let's get started here. Now right here I have an Echo 1, just a standard ABS plastic hop-up unit for M4s. It's a version 2 hop-up unit. On it I have a AIM 6.03 605 millimeter tight bore inner barrel and an Angel Custom spacer with a bucking. So to start off, this right here, this big black piece, this is the hop-up unit. Echo 1 makes some decent quality internal parts, so this actually isn't a bad hop-up unit to start with. I just had this laying around in my old Echo 1 M16, so figured I'd do a video on it. Now there are three main components to the airsoft gun's hop-up unit, and in my opinion that would be the hop-up unit itself, the bucking, and the spacer. The barrel to me isn't really part of the hop-up assembly. But this black piece is the unit, this little red piece showing is the bucking, and I'll get to the spacer in just a few moments, but for now we'll start with the unit. Now there are all the components of the unit. You got the gears right here. This one, when you pull back the charging handle, this is the one you will use to adjust your hop-up, and as you see here, as I move this, the gears move and it will adjust this little arm here, or lever, and as I give it more hop, the lever should, hang on a sec, let me focus out a little bit. There we go. So as I move the lever for hop up, it should go down, as you see there. And what that does is it pushes the spacer down, so the BB will hit more, will have more contact with the spacer, which will give it more spin. BB, when it gets spin, it you know, it goes farther, and it does make it a little bit more accurate. So that's the hop-up unit. That's basically all it does. It just gives you the ability to change the hop-up to how much spin you want, and the BBs will also feed from your magazine into here, and then that's basically all it does. Next, I'm going to move on to the bucking. Alright guys, so before I move on, I just want to give you a little bit of an example on what the hop-up unit does. So let me change it around there. As I move the wheel, I'm going to be turning the hop-up on. So as I do this, the arm moves the spacer down, which contacts the bucking, and as you see there, the BB will hit those little bumps there, and it'll give it spin, which will eventually just make the BB go farther. That's what a hop-up is for, basically. But as you can see, that's not really perfect. I probably need to do some work on this. This was done a while ago, but there's an example. That's what it does, and now I'll show you the bucking. Alright guys, so to remove the hop-up unit when you want to get to the bucking, really all you have to do is make sure that the hop-up is turned all the way off. You would take off this little barrel clip right here. As you see, I don't have that on, just for review purposes, but when you take this out of your AEG for the first time, it will have a little clip right here. You just go ahead and take that off and you should be fine. So make sure your hop-up is turned all the way off and just slide it off. There'll be a little barrel ring right here. You're going to want to make sure you keep that. And don't be alarmed if your bucking is still inside the hop-up unit. That usually happens sometimes. Just kind of get a needle nose, tweezers, just pull it out of there. It'll be fine as long as it's not a really cheap bucking. It shouldn't tear. Alright guys, so I got the bucking out of the hop-up unit, so won't be needing that anymore. And right here, this is the bucking. This is really helpful if you want good accuracy. Right here I've got an Angel Custom bucking. I find that these are really nice. They come long, so you can cut them whenever you need. Cut them by mean if they're too long for the hop-up unit, say if you put it in and it goes out to there, you could just cut this part off and it won't be showing when you put the barrel clip on, and it won't squeeze the bucking or anything. But anyway, I find that the thinner the bucking is, the more easy the spacer will be able to the spacer will be easier able to push the bucking down more, which will make the BB contact more of the more of the spacer, which will give your BB a more stable flight when you shoot. So that's why I have right here, I have a Mad Bull bucking. This one's a little bit thicker, it's harder, and compared to the Angel Custom one, this is actually so thin you can almost see through it. I don't know if the camera can see that, but this one you can obviously tell is a lot thicker. So if I were to put this in and the spacer were to push down, it wouldn't push down as much, so you wouldn't have as much hop up, and that would affect your BB by, it wouldn't be going as far actually. So getting a thinner hop up bucking, I think, is the key. It needs to be well designed. I think the Angel Custom one is perfect. Usually Angel Custom I don't really buy from them except for their tight bores or I don't know, some other stuff, but their buckings I found, I tried them out and they were awesome. I put this in the Echo 1 M16 a while back and it was shooting really straight. I mean, I couldn't even believe how just a bucking and spacer could affect your BB that much, but it did. And that's why having a good bucking and a good spacer will just improve your game dramatically. But anyway, that's the bucking, and now we'll move on to the spacer. The spacer is this. It's just a little tiny piece of rubber or silicone, and as you can see, it's squishy, it's really soft. These are okay. I found that if you put this in with this is the one that came with the Angel Custom bucking, by the way. If you put this one in with the bucking, it actually it kind of makes the spacer concave a little bit, which actually it helps your BB a lot. It makes it a lot more stable compared to like a harder spacer, which will only have one point of contact, which will make it a little bit more unstable. So if you want more of a concave spacer, I recommend the Polar Star PCS spacer or an Echo 1 H-nub. I've heard a lot of good things about the H-nub. Haven't heard a lot of good things about the Polar Star PCS though. So I would recommend going with the H-nub if you were ever considering upgrading your spacer, which is considerably one of the most helpful that could be to your gun accuracy wise. It could help your gun a lot just by upgrading the spacer. Just that little piece could completely change your game. So that's basically it for this video. That's all I really wanted to show you guys. For you beginner techs, what a hop-up unit is, what it does, and hopefully this will improve. If you want to upgrade, hopefully I've given you some tips. That's what it does. I'll give you some good brands for hop-up units. I really like the Echo 1 Max CNC hop-up units. This one's just a standard plastic one. But if you really want to up your game, I really do recommend the Mad Bull Precision CNC one-piece winding wheel hop-up. That hop-up unit specifically will give you, like, when turning this wheel, it's not as like sharp. You see, like, I get a lot of movement just by a little bit of effort. With the Mad Bull one, you will get really precise moving, so that'll let you decide how much spin or hop up you want in your BB, which really helps a lot. And for buckings, I recommend the Angel Custom bucking, as I said. And for spacers, you can either leave the Angel Custom one in, as I do say it actually really works well with the both of these working simultaneously. But if you also want to upgrade the spacer, I recommend the Echo One H-Nub. That will improve your game phenomenally. I can't say that word. Anyway, that's my take on hop-up units. In actuality, it's really simple to install. I'll probably make a tutorial later on how to actually install a bucking and a hop-up unit. Yeah. Hope you enjoy this video, guys. Oh, one more thing before I go. Barrels. A lot of you guys probably don't know, if you're starters, you won't know that the diameter of the barrel really helps. Like, see right here, this is a 6.03, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. If you have, say, like a JG, those barrels will have like a 6.15 or something. It's not a type word at all. If you were to get a 6.03, it's basically what it does, it makes sure that all the air pushes out the BB. There's no air lost going around the BB. So that'll increase your range and increase your accuracy a lot. So I will recommend either a Mad Bull tight bore inner barrel or an Angel Custom inner barrel, or even a JBU barrel. If you're just if you just want a cheap barrel that'll last you quite a while, just get a JBU barrel. This is an AIM one. It's a 6.03. So this was a lot cheaper. You can either get a 6.03, which will be cheaper, or a 6.01, which will be a little bit more expensive, but definitely worth it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of knowledge on how the hop-up system works. I was a little bit repetitive in the video, but sorry about that. I'll try and fix that in the next video. So I'll give you another tutorial on how to actually install the hop-up unit in another video. But yeah, I've been rambling a little bit too much, so hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is Jester from Urban Legends Airsoft, and I'm out.